Hello and welcome back to the Lucky Dice Antiques YouTube channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to do another show and tell with you today. Last weekend, my girlfriend and I believe we hit 7 thrift shops in a couple of days and found some goodies, so I wanted to share some of those with you today. I am going to start with this Starbucks coffee mug and just a glass mug with kind of a unique shape, and kind of makes me look weird through it, doesn't it? But anyway, I bought that. It's a good size coffee mug, and I hope it has some resale value. And let's see, next I got, so like that, I don't remember what I paid for it. I don't have the best memory, but some things I will remember what I paid and others I won't. So there you have it. A large Playboy shot glass. And I was excited to find this, and I paid 50 cents for it. It's, I don't know, I mean, it probably holds a couple shots in it, and the art is in good shape, no scratches in it, and yeah, it's a heavy piece of glass. It's a quality piece. Let's see. Okay, so I found my first piece of Pyrex. And I've been doing this, as I've said before, I've been thrifting for a while, you know, but never with the intent to formally resell like I'm doing now. And so I've probably seen this before and passed it up. But as I've watched other resellers, I've learned more about things to look for. So yeah, I was really excited to find my first piece of Pyrex. And show the bottom of it there, and it might show up, might not. I also was excited to find my first fairy lamp, and unfortunately it had a big chip in it, and I left it there. So that was it was exciting and disappointing both at the same time. So I picked up this little tin steel mug that is the Snowlets. Is that what it says? I think Snowlets, and then there's some scribble underneath that I'm not sure what it is. This is one of those things that I was about to pass up. I'm like, well, I've never heard of Snowlets, don't know what they are. And then decided to do a quick Google search, and they were the mascot of, this says copyright 1993. So somewhere around the 1993 timeframe Olympics. And so I decided that maybe would increase its desirability a little bit. And it's marked on the bottom that, and I don't think things I'm holding up to the camera are going to show up real well because of the lighting. I made sure I had a lot of light on me, see? So I show up real good. But yeah, and that light needs turned. Oh well. I'm filming in a different room of the house than I have recorded my other videos, and because it's a little easier on me, less moving of merchandise back and forth, and but I guess I still need to work on the lighting a little bit. But anyway, so that's that. And this is, okay, I'll show it first. And it is from Arnaud's, ARNAUD''S, in New Orleans. And it looks the same on the other side. It does have that through and through. I found a couple of them listed on eBay, and well, Arnaud's is a restaurant in New Orleans. I can't remember if it's still open or not. I think it is. The other eBay listings were kind of all over the map on price, and they said it was an ashtray and a match holder. I'm not sure because there's no divot in the glass anywhere for cigarettes. So I'm not so sure about that. I could picture maybe, you know, if this was an upscale place, and I don't know if it is or not. Not so upscale that somebody didn't five-finger this right off their table and took it home with them. But I could see maybe like long wooden matches, maybe like that, sitting in here. But if anybody has any other ideas about it or has been to Arnaud's, leave me a comment below, and I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. Okay, I went on a bit of a Christmas kick this weekend, and that is so not me. But I found some deals, and know that I probably need to start now accumulating some Christmas stuff so that I, you know, have it available to sell when that season comes around. all too soon. So I picked up 4 of these. These are mugs from the Christkindl Market in Chicago. You can probably read that right there. And this one is from the 2007 event. And these seem to be collectible, and I could see why, because the 4, I'll show you all 4 here in a second, all have a different design every year, and they're just cute, aren't they? Just cute little mugs, and probably you wouldn't want to leave your drink, like when you finish your coffee and you had a little bit left, you wouldn't want to leave it in there too long, because I'd imagine washing down in the toe would be awful. But most people probably aren't drinking out of these anyway. They are setting them on a shelf as decorations at Christmas time. So that's one. This one is from the 2011 event. It's a lighter blue, a picture of the market on it like the other one had, but different. And that side, each one of them has this mark right here on it that says 0.20, 0.21. Not sure what that's about. It looks like it's sort of a fill line almost, but I don't know. So that's 2 of them. And then this one is slightly bigger, but it is celebrating the 15-year anniversary of the event. And again, with the 021 right there, show you the design on it, the words across the bottom like the others with the Christkindl Market, Chicago. And that's from 2010. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not. And it has a slightly different shape than these. The toes are more pointed on the 2 I've shown you so far, like this, and then this one's more of a flat boot. I don't know. And then the last one is from, so it's not dated. It says Christkindl Market Chicago on the side, and is similar in design, obviously, to the others. It's got the 0.21 there. But like the others I showed had the year written right here. This just has some sort of emblem there. I will show it to you. Oh, it got dark. And then I will look at it, and it looks like flags from a couple countries, but I'm not sure what country it's from and why it's there. Nothing on the bottom of any of these except a marking that it's made in China. And I guess that's it. So that's the 4. Ironically, after my girlfriend and I, after we found these 4, we went to another Goodwill, because that was at Goodwill. We went to another Goodwill that was about half hour away, and we found one of those. And I live in Indiana, and see, I'm representing IU, which, not to get off on too much of a tangent here, but I'm recording this on Thursday, so the Hoosier men won in the play-in game in the NCAA last night, or the night before last, so excited to watch them play tonight against St. Mary's and hope they do well. And then also looking forward to rooting on the IU women this weekend. They are a 3 seed in the women's NCAA tournament and are hosting here in Bloomington, so we're definitely going to that game to cheer them on. But anyway, back to the Christmas mugs. So we go to that next Goodwill that was like, what'd I say, half hour away? Yeah. And found one of these, and it looked very similar, except instead of being from the Chicago event, it was from the Carmel, Indiana event. They must have a similar event. I decided, and I might be wrong, but it's happened before once or twice. I decided the Carmel, Indiana ones were probably not as collectible as the Chicago ones. Now I'll probably find out that I was wrong, and that was worth $1 million. I should have bought it. Well, so continuing with the Christmas kick, I went to the Habitat Restore here in town, and I bought 4 of these mugs, which, oh, I showed the backside first, because you know how obviously you know how it's the backside of the mug, right? Because that's Santa's backside. Here's the front, and then the plate has that same design on it. So I bought, and these are by, I'm going to put my finger right there so I can line it up. Oh, it's getting dark though, isn't it? It's not even focusing. So it's Georges Briard. I don't know how, I guess that's how you pronounce the first name. It took me a lot of time in the store to figure out what that signature said, and I had better lighting than you guys have. But after a couple, like I took a picture of it so then I could zoom the picture on my phone, and it still took me several tries of internet searches before I settled in on that it was a Briard. And it says Night Before Christmas there on the back. And the mugs have that same emblem on the bottom. Now, I think they will have some collectability. I don't know how much, but the ironic thing about this is that until Saturday, last week, I had never heard of Briard before. And then, of course, the way, you know how that works. Like, as soon as you go buy a blue Corolla, that's all you see on the road is blue Corollas. I had never heard of Briard, but I was watching a YouTube video earlier this week, and the reseller, had a Briard glass. It was not a Christmas theme, it was a bar glass. She was excited that she had found a Briard glass in the wild and was going to use it as a giveaway. And I started to say who I thought that was, but I'm afraid I might be wrong, so I'm not going to say, and it doesn't really matter. And then on Instagram, last night, as I'm scrolling through and looking, somebody had 2 Briard glasses that were also not Christmas, more of a bar glass, but it's that blue Corolla thing, you know. I learned about Briard on Saturday, and now I've run across him 2 more times. So, I'm not going to show all 4 plates. I'm going to move them so I can get to the rest of my stuff, but they all look like the first one I showed you. And here's and I guess this is the last of the Christmas that I bought. This is a Fitz and Floyd Mingle Jingle Be Merry tray. And I really like his Santa hat here and how cool it is. It's just really cool art on it. And I hope it has some collectible interest from some potential buyers, you know, so I can sell it. 2 more things to show you, and then we're done with this video. I'm trying to keep them shorter, and so yeah, 2 more things. And both of them are plates. I'm going to save my favorite for the last, so that's, I'm building suspense. Are you on the edge of your seat now? Waiting? Yeah, that's what I want. I want you to be on the edge of your seat, just dying of anticipation for what is over here. Can't figure out where my arm is. Oh, it's right there. Right, what I put here. So I'm going to show this plate first, and I always get excited when I find restaurant stuff, like that Arnaud's thing I showed a little bit ago, because it's not stuff that was supposed to be taken out of the restaurant. I mean, basically somebody stole it, you know. I won't say whether I have ever stolen anything from a restaurant, and really if I have, and I'm not saying, but it wouldn't have been, like, I've never stolen a Steak and Shake plate. I have one that I picked up at Goodwill, and I was really excited to find it. But anyway, and speaking of stealing things from a restaurant, I was in a restaurant once at Clara's Pizza King in Richmond, Indiana, and a table across from us asked for to-go boxes, and they were putting their pizza in there. And so this was a pizza place, but it had, you know, like hamburgers and other food too. And we, from our table, from our vantage point, watched them steal the A1 bottle, A1 steak sauce bottle, slip it into their to-go tray. Just a funny story I thought of when I was thinking about stealing things from restaurants. But anyway, back to this plate. This is Enter Tonanzio's World, and it is a heavy plate. I paid $2 for it. I can't not say that because there it is. There's the proof. And it doesn't really have any maker's mark on the bottom. But Tonanzio's is a restaurant, and I forget where. Arkansas, maybe? I don't remember. But anyway, I'm hoping this has some appeal to wherever Tonanzio's restaurant is. Somebody in that area will like it. Maybe somebody who's never been to Tonanzio's will like it. It does have the animals on it. And I guess that's Tonanzio leading the pack there. But, okay, so last item. And it ties into my shirt, Indiana. I live in Bloomington, Indiana, home of Indiana University. And I found, most of you probably are not going to be that excited about this. So that's the letdown. After I built the suspense, now I'm saying, well, most of you probably aren't going to be as excited as I was. But I have two plates that are from the IU Residence Hall dining rooms. And they don't use these anymore. I don't even know in what form dining halls even exist in the residence halls anymore. But in this area, we are lucky enough to to run across these time to time. Again, speaking of stealing, these are probably things that students, took from the dining hall back to their room and eventually took home with them. But yeah, so in this area, we find these plates occasionally, and they do have appeal in this local market especially, and probably maybe to IU alumni around the world, kind of a memory of days gone by. So there's the IU logo. It's more vintage looking than the current IU logo like that I have on my shirt here. And let me see if I can do that without dropping the plate. I did. Maker's Mark. They were made by Shenango. I will show you that. Sorry, if I get any closer, it's going to be too dark for you to see. But there's one, and there's two. So that's some of the stuff we found Saturday. It's not all of it, so I will have another video up soon. Right now I'm trying to put up a video a week, so this, like I said, I'm recording this on Thursday, St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Not wearing green because I got to wear my IU today. But, and so next Friday, hopefully I'll have another video up showing the rest of the haul from last Saturday. So thanks for watching. If you've watched YouTube videos before, you can probably guess what I'm going to say next, and that is, hey, you click the like button, make a comment, something positive, give me the like, comment, even subscribe. That would be really cool. And if you subscribe, if it's not too much, turn on notifications. Then you know immediately when I post a video. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.